So that was a video that was posted by a Divestor. You know, she decided to get involved with a Zaddy. And, you know, I want you to hear what she says her experience was getting involved with this particular Zaddy. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
He was just like so horrible to me, and he just treated me like a stupid black bitch. And it was like so painful for me, and everybody was like, well, you're the dumbass because you stayed, and you're just a stupid black bitch because you let him treat you like one. And like, I know that the situation was my fault because I should have just left, but like, it really fucking hurt because like I had sex with him and he basically just like used me for sex. He was like white guy in a frat. And so basically I ended up seeing him at Target when I was there with my old best friend like at the time. And he wouldn't look me in the eyes. He wouldn't say anything. It was like he was ashamed of me and just like embarrassed. Which is like how most people get about me, and it was like so painful. And so I stood up for myself and said what I needed to say to him, and he ran away from me when I was speaking to him. And my friend was like, that's humiliating, like she was like, you just embarrass yourself.
So as you heard, that the Zaddy was part of a fraternity, and you know, in these fraternities, you've seen the movies, you've heard the different things in the news, what happens in these fraternities. And one of them probably told them, hey, you know, I bet you won't go sleep with that black girl over there. And obviously the way that she said that he responded to her, obviously in his mind, either it was some sort of bet or something to the fact that he did not think she was attractive at all. Because there are guys, I haven't had that experience, but there are some guys that have laid down with women, and then in the daylight, they see that woman like, oh, shoot, I don't want nobody to know that I slept with her. But she said that he treated her like a black bee. Okay, so in her mind, it was racialized. I can't say that it wasn't. I'm just going off of what she say, right? Okay, cool. So she said that he avoided her. He didn't want to talk to her. She said her piece, but he went on by his business. Now, we've been seeing all kind of videos like this. And let me tell you something, you know, Divestors, you know, usually y'all have your wake up call a lot of times. And then you'll be, you know, saying, hey, brother, you know, and you'll be, you know, the first one wearing your Afrocentric clothing at that point. And you would be at the, you know, the conscious meeting after Zaddy didn't get done with you and treat you, you know, pretty bad. See, when brothers tell you about these Zaddies, because we know them a lot better, because we have dealt with them a lot. Okay. We've seen how they move. We've even heard from their women how they get down. Okay. I mean, they women tell on them all day long. So it sounds like really you're not dealing with something that probably no different than what they woman deal with, minus the racial aspect. But when you have in your mind that another race of man, and I can say on the other side, another race of woman is going to be better than the people in your group, you're going to be always disappointed. You're going to always have an epic failure. And also to these divestors, they walk around, really, a lot of them need therapy. I mean, that's why I tell brothers, don't even argue with those women. I mean, because those women really need some help. They really need some psychological help, because when I hear them talk, a lot of them dealing with anger issues, a lot of them dealing with abandonment issues. A lot of them is, you know, probably didn't have a daddy in their life, a lot of them. And because you look like their dad, in other words, you just black like their dad, they take it out on you. Just like some brothers with the mommy issues. Some of y'all take out your anger on other black women and say all these other women are better, right? Because you have an issue with your mama. And, you know, other races of women don't trigger you as quick as a black woman could trigger you, because those other races of women don't look like your mama. So it really happens on both sides. But what I'm trying to say is get some therapy. That's the only thing I would say. It's okay to talk out your problems, because as long as you keep on, you know, even you listening to some of these females online is using your emotion and your trauma and everything else for a YouTube check, or for a Cash App, or for a PayPal, or whatever, T-shirts and anything else that they selling to you. But a lot of them go home. A lot of them got men at the house, but they gassing you up, talking about brothers. Some of them laid up with a brother. They call, some of them will call a black man dusty and got the dusty Negro that they describing right in their house when you don't have nobody. But they telling you all day, go get you a Zaddy. I'm telling you, some of these people that's talking to you, you really need to consider it. Or if they probably never had nobody at all, so they ain't got nobody, they telling you to be like them. Like, why would you want to follow their footsteps? Oh, you know what I'm saying? I would tell people this. If you want to listen to people, look at something that they're doing that maybe you want to do. I'm not going to take a bunch of relationship advice, just me. If I wanted to be married, I wouldn't take a bunch of relationship advice from a brother that just really don't want to be in relationships. Because I'm like, okay, I want to be in a relationship. I want to have a family of my own. You know what I'm saying? So I need to listen to the brothers that actually got that going on, or the brothers that's been in the game, so they could tell me exactly what to look out for, even in the single stage and even in the marriage stage, how you pick, what's the signs, etc. Right? So what I'm saying is this: divestors, you will keep hitting this brick wall when you have this. Is Zaddy is better just due to his skin color. You have a sick mentality when you have that. And you're going to realize, I hope you don't realize it too late. I hope you don't run into a Charlie Sheen out there and you come up with a HIV or something. I don't want that to happen to your herpes or whatever else. These zaddies running around with disease. Remember DJ Kid running around here with disease, giving disease to all these black women? The DJ Kids are out there now. I'm just trying to warn y'all. I mean, 'cause these videos, they're coming up in the succession, and y'all maybe need to sit down and reflect. Black men aren't your problem. You're your own problem. And a man of a different race is not going to solve your problem. He's not. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about, this particular Divestor, fellas, and what she's talking about. But this is going to keep happening. I promise you that.